Welcome to the final showdown of the All-Stars Championships, where our four surviving machines are gearing up to take home the title of Robot Wars All-Star. But enough time wasting, on with the carnage! It's time for ultimate chaos to ensue as the wave of tsunami takes on the powerful castle of Siege. But first, Yovo Tono with the lethal spinning blade against the CO2 flipper of the mighty M2. Yovo Tono Spinner. They decimated 259 in the very first fight of the championships, where they then went on to batter Dan Tomkier over and out of the arena before taking on 259 again and completely destroying them again before slamming them out of the arena. The machine has once again shown why they are a force to be reckoned with the lethal blade. Definitely a very strong contender for the championships. M2 Flipper. Didn't have much of a fight against Angry, who drove into the pit, had a better fight against Smitzy before flipping them into the pit, and then took on Earthquake, who they then threw over the wall. They've done very well making the grand finals. The Flipper is very strong. Have to wonder whether or not they have what it takes to take the All-Stars Championship title.
Roboteers, stand by.
Yovo Tono with the spinning blade. Very dangerous and destructive. And M2 with the CO2 powered flipper and the high ground clearance at the back.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Truth be told, M2, I am actually surprised they've gotten this far. They're up and over, they're trying to right themselves, they're stuck against the wall on the side. Yovo Tono's just staying back. And now, how can M2 come back? Well, Yovo Tono coming in with a slam. And there is... Oh, there's fire! There's fire! Something's been damaged! Inside M2! Is it good? Well, there's fire, so clearly not. Yovo Tono, is there much left to do? Well, there's that! Oh, the final onslaught. Look at this. In they come, and bing! And M2 rolls into the pit. Very efficient, very quick, very well done, Yovo Tono. They're through to the final showdown. Meanwhile, M2 will have to repair themselves for the third place playoff. Well done, Yovo Tono, they're through. Now, it's time for the Flipper of Siege and the Flipper of Tsunami. Tsunami Flipper. Had a little trouble in their fight against P1 before they threw themselves down the pit. They then took on our new champ Sub-Zero, who also threw themselves down the pit, and then taking on Pika Destroy, who they gave a flip to the backside and immobilized them. They've had a lot of trouble throughout this All-Stars special, presumably because of the damage they took from Peach and the Death of Glory. Whether or not they have what it takes to win this special will have to be seen. Siege Flipper. They had a very easy time against Bigger Brother, simply got them to the wall before flipping them over it. Had to fight them again though, but basically had a similar story with them going over the wall. They then had to deal with Chaos 2, where they flipped and wore them down till they were out of CO2, before finally disposing them into the pit. Just like in the main competition, they've proven to be a surprise package, and could actually do very well in this All-Stars special.
Roboteers, stand by.
Tsunami with their CO2 powered flipper, and Siege with their own CO2 powered flipper. A flipper frenzy we've got here.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Question is, who's stronger? Well, Siege already underneath Tsunami. Tsunami, the far faster of the two. Although the drive could do some work, I think. Siege Wonder what Siege is doing. Well, Tsunami gets a flip in on the backside of Siege. How will Siege come back from this with a very good flip? And I've clearly hit something vital, because look at this! There's fire and there's no movement! Tsunami, I think, have been killed here! They're dead in the water! And now, Tsunami are in trouble! There's a flip again, and down into the pit! And Tsunami are gone! Now, officially!
Cease.
They're in the pit, Cease is called! And it's Siege, the surprise package, as I said before, who are going through to fight Yovotono for the crown. Siege very much making waves in this competition. They go through to the grand final. Tsunami, however, have to go into the third place playoff against M2. Which one of these machines will be taking home the bronze?
Roboteers, stand by.
M2 and Tsunami. This for third place.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Another flipper frenzy that sort of tells you what the more successful machines were in this. And Tsunami's already thrown M2. And I think there's a problem with M2 as well. Other than sparks. And something's fallen out of M2. I don't think M2... Well, we won't really know, will we? There's fire! It's happened again! They're on fire! And Tsunami now, with one final nudge down into the pit! And that's the end, really, of... And Tsunami joins them on the pit as well, of course. One final nudge down into the pit, with Tsunami driving in to join them. I don't know why you did that, but makes no difference. Seats is called. M2 gained 4th place. And Tsunami finishes the All-Stars on the podium at 3rd place. No disgrace in that. Well done, Tsunami. Well done to Tsunami for making the podium at 3rd place. But now, it's the grand finals between Yovotono and the Spinner and Siege and the Flipper. Let the finals begin.
Roboteers, stand by.
The All-Stars Grand Final. Yovotono with the spinning blade. And Siege with the CO2-powered flipper.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Who will come out victorious? Well, Yovotono's already on the front of Siege, and Siege can flip them into the air. But now Siege will throw themselves up into the air, and I think have taken serious damage. Have they? Probably. Let's have a look. They flipped themselves, and they flung into the air by Yovotono. What type of damage has that done? I'm not too sure. Siege pinned against the wall now. And look there. There's not fluent drive from Siege. I think one of the drives is gone. And Yovotono! What's happened? I think Yovotono's died. Look at this. They've gone up the flipper of Siege. And Siege, I think I've just killed Yovotono. There's no movement. There's no life. Flipped again. And again. The wheels aren't moving. The blade's not churning. I think Siege, the new blood on the block, has pulled quite the surprise. They did it in the main competition, getting to the semi-finals where they lost in the second round to Razor. And here they are, coming out with the All-Stars Championships. They have truly won this title. And I think it's clear to see what they're trying to do to Yavatono. They're trying to flip them out the arena. I think that's something vital from Yavatono. You can see the problem here, though, for Siege. One wheel is working, the other is not. But they can still... I think that's a wheel that's just come off. And there they go, out the arena. There's a flip. Not enough. They flipped the wheel off. And then one more flip out the arena. And that's Yabatono dealt with. And it's Siege who reigns supreme of the All-Stars. They take home the All-Stars trophy. What an absolute turn-up! The Machine Minibots feared, defeated, and thrown out of the arena. Well done to Siege, our first All-Stars champions. Thank you to everyone for watching. Till next time, farewell.